This Articulation Times update is sponsored by BigBadToyStore.com. For the latest in Transformers, Marvel, DC, G.I. Joe, and more, visit BigBadToyStore.com.
Hey guys, John Airy here with Articulation Times, your source for action figure news. I have a new figure review for you today of Superposable Spider-Man. This is from the new 3 3/4 inch Spider-Man line. We're going to see how many positions we can put him in. Alright, before we start, I need to make a quick disclaimer. I'm not a big fan of Spider-Man lines. Here's why. I always hate how they make different variations on Spider-Man, stuff that you'd never see in comic books or movies or anything. Like for instance, part of this line, there's a Spider-Man with a glider. Why would Spider-Man ever need a glider? It's just dumb. So I went with the least offensive of all the Spider-Man in this Spider-Man line, and this is the Superposable Spider-Man. Let's open him up. Alright, now that we have him out of the package, let's take a closer look. Let's first start off with these cards he comes with. This is a card game that you can play with your Spider-Man figures. Each figure comes with 3 different cards. This one here is numbered 1 of 24, and it has a red film on it. Now you can use that red film to decode the playing cards. There's a 3 there under the punch attribute. There's 3 different attributes on the card. There's a bomb, a punch, and the spider sense. The card game is sort of mute after you play it a couple times, because once you memorize the different numbers on the cards, the game's spoiled. It comes with a full set of instructions here. They're very basic. In my opinion, the cards don't add a lot of value to the figure. Also with the figure is this webbing that fits into his hand. It's not very attractive in my opinion. There, you put it in his hand, and oh, look at that, he's shooting a web. And that's not adding a lot of value to the figure as well. Alright, moving on to the figure. My first thought when I saw this package for the 3 3/4 inch Spider-Man was, oh great, an offshoot of the Marvel Universe figures. Well, frankly, I'd say this is a step below the Marvel Universe figures for a couple of reasons. One, this is Superposable Spider-Man, but the articulation on him isn't nearly as good as the Marvel Universe figures. For instance, the knee joint. We have just a standard hinge joint here on the knee, whereas with the Marvel Universe you have double jointed knees. So I think that's a little odd. The rest of the articulation is fairly standard. He has ball joints on the hips there, his hinge joint on the knee, another hinge on the ankle with a rotation. No articulation on the waist, but he does have some in his upper torso. Ball joints on the shoulders, then a hinge on the elbow with a swivel, and then swivels on the wrist, and then a ball joint on the head. So you can put him in a few poses, but just messing around with his lower body, I was only able to get him in maybe 2 or 3 poses. One, oh, there he's kicking. 2, oh, look, he's doing an Irish jig. And past that, he stands. So, superposable? I don't think so. Now, the plastic on him is, I don't know, maybe a half step below what I'd expect on the Marvel Universe figures. I feel like they kind of cheaped out on these figures a little bit, hoping to sell these to young kids who don't care about quality. The paint job on them is okay, the molding's okay. So overall, I'd have to say, if you're going to be buying any superhero figures, especially a Spider-Man, stick with the Marvel Universe and steer clear of the Spider-Man 3 3/4 inch series. Well, those are my thoughts on Superposable 3 3/4 inch Spider-Man. What are yours? You can send me a message, contact@articulationtimes.com, that's the email, or leave me a message on the Facebook fan page or YouTube channel. For Articulation Times, I'm John Airy. Keep collecting!